EarthCare Values Module Financial Literacy for Pros, Budgeting, Expenses, and Sustainable Earnings. For independent contractors, financial literacy is just as important as technical skill. Unlike traditional employees, pros who work gigs or operate independently must manage irregular income, track expenses, plan for taxes, and build sustainable earning habits on their own. Without strong financial skills, even hardworking technicians can struggle to stay stable. But with proper budgeting and smart money practices, pros can create predictable income, reduce stress, and grow their business with confidence. At EarthCare, we include financial literacy as a key component of our values because these skills benefit pros everywhere, in our system, in other platforms, and in any future business they build. Financial literacy begins with understanding irregular income. Many pros earn different amounts each week, depending on the number of jobs completed, the nature of the projects, weather conditions, and personal availability. This can feel unpredictable, but it becomes manageable with the right tools. The first step is creating a realistic monthly budget based on average earnings rather than best case scenarios. Pros should calculate their typical weekly income, multiply it by 4, and use that number to plan for rent, bills, food, and essentials. Budgeting based on averages rather than peak weeks prevents overspending and creates healthier financial habits. Next, pros must understand and prepare for business expenses. Independent technicians often have costs such as tools, fuel, work clothing, supplies, and occasional repairs to equipment. These expenses reduce taxable income, but they must be tracked carefully throughout the year. Setting aside a small weekly portion of earnings specifically for tools and maintenance prevents financial strain when equipment needs replacement. Pros who manage their tools will not only save money but also maintain high quality service. Taxes are another major component of financial literacy for independent contractors. Unlike traditional employees, pros do not have taxes automatically withheld, which means they must plan ahead. A strong rule of thumb is to set aside approximately 20 to 25% of all earnings into a separate savings account for tax season. This ensures that when taxes are due, the funds are available and the pro avoids financial shock or penalties. Many pros find it helpful to deposit this amount immediately after each gig, treating it as a non-negotiable responsibility rather than an optional task. Budgeting also includes creating a reserve fund or financial buffer. Because gig work can fluctuate, holidays, slow seasons, or weather interruptions, it is wise to save enough to cover 2 to 4 weeks of basic expenses. This financial cushion provides peace of mind and allows pros to handle emergencies without stress. Even small weekly contributions to this reserve fund add up over time and create long-term stability. Another part of sustainable earnings is pricing awareness. Many pros underprice themselves without realizing it, failing to account for time, travel, materials, and effort. Understanding the difference between gross pay, what the client gives you, and net pay, what remains after expenses, helps pros price their work accurately. A well-priced job ensures the pro earns enough to maintain tools, cover transportation, and compensate themselves fairly. Pros who learn to calculate real costs become far more confident in selecting gigs that are worth their time. Financial literacy also includes understanding income diversification. Relying on one single source, whether EarthCare platform jobs, worker boards, or outside contracts, can limit earning potential. Pros who diversify across multiple sources of work often see more stable weekly income. With EarthCare's three-source approach, platform jobs, worker boards, worker groups, pros already have multiple pathways to find opportunities. Smart pros use all three strategically, choosing gigs that fit their financial goals and skill sets. In addition, pros benefit from learning how to manage personal expenses wisely. Simple strategies like meal planning, reducing unnecessary purchases, and comparing insurance or phone plans can free up money for savings or investments. Because contractor income can rise or fall based on season or effort, pros who keep personal spending under control experience less stress and more long-term stability. Another overlooked part of financial literacy is goal setting. Pros who set weekly and monthly income targets tend to earn more consistently. Clear goals help guide scheduling choices, work effort decisions, and time management. A pro might decide to earn $900 a week, for example, and adjust their work strategy to meet that number by combining short-term gigs with long-term job leads. Goal-oriented pros develop discipline and confidence in their earning power. Technology also supports financial literacy. Using simple budgeting apps, mileage trackers, digital spreadsheets, or even AI tools can help pros stay organized. These tools can calculate expenses, track income patterns, categorize spending, and prepare year-end reports. Leveraging digital tools makes financial management easier and reduces the likelihood of costly mistakes. Ultimately, financial literacy empowers pros to build sustainable, long term careers. It reduces stress, increases independence, and ensures that workers can handle unexpected challenges. Whether pros continue working through EarthCare, shift to independent contracting, or move into a full time trade position, the ability to manage money effectively will stay with them forever. At EarthCare, we believe that strong financial skills are foundational to professional success. By mastering budgeting, managing expenses, preparing for taxes, and setting sustainable earning goals, pros become more confident, more stable, and more capable of growing their income in any economic environment. Financial literacy is not just about numbers, it is about creating a secure future, building a reliable income stream, and supporting the lifestyle and career path each pro chooses.